Well, early numbers show class sizes continue to grow in Arlington Public Schools. Preliminary figures show close to an additional 180 students district-wide. That's over last fall's numbers. The increase is in line with the forecast completed for the town after a jump in student numbers a couple of years ago. School Superintendent Kathleen Bodie told school committee members September 14th that the biggest problem with the increase is balancing the number of students in each classroom. Some elementary school classes have 19 students, while others have up to 25. Bodie points to possibly revising the buffer zones to keep classes and schools balanced.
As you look over this historically, since October 2014, so after the 4 years, we've increased in the district 465 students, which is a 9% increase. So it's a very significant increase that we've been experiencing. You have the chart breakout that you like to see, which gives the distribution of the class sizes, and it's a little bit more unbalanced than last year, and yet we did utilize the buffer zone option to help even class size out somewhat. But this is something I probably will need to be revisiting.
School committee member Cindy Stark says as a teacher herself, the class sizes are getting too big, particularly at the elementary level.
Almost a quarter of these elementary school classrooms have more than 24 students, 24 or more students, 23% actually, if my math is correct. And it's starting, I just feel like we're gonna have to watch that. That's starting to get scary. And the difference between 21 and 25 is enormous. And you have no idea until you are standing in front of that classroom, the big difference that just 4 kids can make.
The district has hired additional staff to help with the increase, including full-time teaching assistants for some larger kindergarten classes that normally have just part-time assistants. Final enrollment numbers will be out in November. The district is working to correct areas of education the state says it's non-compliant in. The Massachusetts Department of Elementary and Secondary Education say Arlington Public Schools need to correct over a dozen issues dealing with special education, civil rights, and English language learners. The Department of Education reviews schools every 6 years. In June, it found the Arlington schools lacking in areas ranging from getting students special services in a timely manner to making sure new hires are trained on the school's anti-bullying policy. The school committee and staff recently debated the severity of the issues. The school has a plan of correction that must be handed over to the state by next June. The school committee, however, wants a progress report much sooner, asking for it to be delivered in December. Links to the state's report and Arlington Public Schools correction plan are on our website. There, you'll also find a link to school enrollment data that we talked about in the previous story. Visit acmi.tv/news. Arlington public safety workers are being paid better, but pay for administrators within the town is lagging behind. A new study commissioned by the town says public safety pay is up compared to other nearby communities. Just a few years ago, the town was lagging behind. The study looked at base pay and benefits for all town employees and compared the data to nearly a dozen other similar communities as they have in years past. Representatives of HRS Consulting found the base pay for police officers is within 10%, firefighter pay is within 3%, and teachers being paid anywhere between 1% below to 14% above average. At the September 25th Board of Selectmen meeting, Selectman Kevin Greeley asked specifically about teachers. The data consultant saying the town has made strides in some areas, but needs work in upping its pay for other town employees.
Would you specifically, are teachers paid competitively in Arlington?
That they're competitive, but there might be, without studying the numbers a little bit more closely, it might be that, certain categories might be below, but I guess on a whole, they're competitive. The public safety appears, for the most part, to be competitive this time around, but a lot of your administrative type positions maybe have fallen behind.
We've actually made tremendous strides with both police and fire since the last round. I'm eager to have a conversation about what can be done now on the non-public safety side, still being responsible to the taxpayers of Arlington. but that this study shows me that it's time to have that conversation.
Officials say it's been 20 years since they've reviewed the town's pay classification system and agree it's in need of an update. Some administrative positions being as much as 30% below the average of like communities. The full report is available on our website, along with this story at acmi.tv/news. For Snapshot, I'm Brenda Mahoney.